and welcome to episode 617 of Good Luck High Five.
That's right. You're listening to a podcast that's for you if you play Magic the Gathering. Whether you're playing it or you're playing it, we're here for you.
Absolutely. Either way, playing it or playing it.
Or playing it.
I'm one of your hosts, Maria.
I'm another one of your hosts, Megan.
And on today's show, we're going to talk about Foundations Draft, everyone, because it is live on Arena. Maybe you've been out at your LGS playing it. There's plenty to talk about. It's a fabulous set to draft, and we want to give you tips so you get those dubs.
I want to give myself tips so that I can start getting some dubs.
We're going to help ourselves as we help you.
Yes.
It's a symbiotic relationship here on Good Luck High Five.
Man, you remember learning about symbiotic and parasitic relationships in like high school biology?
Yeah.
I was always like, whoa.
Do you remember the number one version of that, the number one relationship they tell you about?
Okay, is it symbiotic or parasitic?
It's symbiotic.
Oh, no.
The one I will never forget, is the hippos and the little birds that clean their teeth.
Oh, yeah. That's cute.
In this metaphor, we're the birds? I don't know which one we are.
Wow, I don't know which one we are. We're the hippos, and thank you to the birds, our patrons.
Yay!
Got there.
Look at that segue.
Thank you so much to everyone who makes this show possible, aka is a little bird doing some hippo tooth cleaning.
Thank you so much for getting your beak in there,
No.
Just get her right in there. Yum, yum, yum.
Oh.
I had some Triscuits for breakfast. It's so gross.
Triscuits are not a breakfast food.
They are in my mouth.
I guess technically you're just eating another variation of shredded wheat.
Wow, I never thought of it like that.
That is, I guess you're just having shredded wheat for breakfast.
Would you
without milk, the one thing that makes it palatable.
Would you eat a Triscuit like cereal that's flavored like Triscuits but with milk in a spoon?
That's just okay, and I don't even get anything on the other side of it. Like there's no press the button and you get to eat Triscuit cereal. You're just describing shredded wheat. I did have to eat that as a child.
But Triscuits have flavor. Shredded wheats had no flavors.
I don't think Triscuits have flavor.
To be clear, I'm eating the garlic ones.
Oh, okay, all right. Wow, absolutely not will I be eating a garlic Triscuit cereal. Thank you for asking, but that's a hard pass for me.
Listeners, have you ever eaten a garlic Triscuit cereal? Let us know how it goes.
My mom would get the ones that were like, okay, it was Barbara's was the cereal brand. Yes, still a very popular, crunchy granola mom cereal brand.
Yeah.
And it was just like, Maria, it's a literal puck.
Oh.
It's just a puck of shredded wheat.
No.
It's like round and then you pour milk on it and it kind of dissolves. And it kind of breaks apart. Yeah, that's exactly how I felt about it.
Did you at least get to dump sugar on it?
No.
Unreal.
We did not live in that kind of household.
Unreal. At least it wasn't a grape nut.
I don't know, Maria. I think that a grape nut would be preferable.
Ugh.
Yes.
We're going to have a March Madness bracket of worst cereals.
Yes. Specifically,
what is the worst
cereal? Ooh, I did love Raisin Bran, but I would put more raisins in it.
Yeah.
I love putting more raisins in it.
Raisins.
Yes. And Raisin Bran was, at least, I haven't had it in such a long time now, but it was good with more raisins.
Were the raisins coated in something, or what am I thinking of?
They were kind of like, they were also not the texture of like a box raisin.
Right, because
they were like dried
something
out.
was around it, right?
I think it was just kind of like, cereal rub off.
Gross. That's a phrase that I just never knew I didn't need until right now.
I think that's what it was. I think that they were just dried out because instead of being around other raisins, they were around bran, so they became more like bran.
Oh, that's what was around them. See, the answer was in the name.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Anyways, thank you so much to the new patrons. Wow, that was right in the middle of thanking patrons.
They had to be part of it. Sorry, you had to be part of that, everybody. We apologize.
Thank you so much much to all of our patrons who truly do make this possible. And thank you especially to new patron, Matt.
Yay, Matt!
Thank you so much, Matt. And thank you so much to OG fan Rick. Who is celebrating his 10-year patronversary.
Oh, I'm so excited. Rick, as our first fan, I like to call him.
Yes.
And I'm so thankful to have him for 10 years.
And to celebrate, he increased his pledge by $5.
Oh, Rick.
Which is so nice.
Rick knew us back in the days when we were just two young little pups with stars in our eyes.
Two smaller hippos.
Yeah. We were moodang. We were moodang back then.
Matt, you matter to us.
You've already done that one, I
probably
swear.
have. Okay.
New pun.
All right, fair enough. Give me a second.
Gavel. Well, I'll try and do one for Rick.
Matt, your donation is not immaterial to us.
There it is.
You are making a material change in our lives.
Oh, thank you so much, Material Matt, for making that happen. Hey, Rick, would you consider being our patron? That's his last name, everybody. So I guess I kind of cheated.
Well, doxing Rick as a thank you.
Rick doxed on Good Luck High Five as a thank you for 10 years of membership. This is the kind of loyalty we'll show you for 10 years. Oh my God.
Wow.
Thank you, everybody. If you want a pun or doxing like that, please just sign up on patreon.com/GLHF Magic. We have tons of great benefits, including early access to episode releases, ad-free episodes, longer episodes for our patrons, which we talk about some really great stuff. So,
yeah. And just most importantly, you get to go hang out in the Discord.
You get to,
it's such a good time.
Is a great time.
It's a really good time.
So just check it out, patreon.com/GLHF Magic.
Thank you as well to our sponsor, Card Kingdom, cardkingdom.com/GLHF, the place to go if you don't eat Raisin Bran or Triscuit breakfast cereals.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're way more fun than that.
You can't shop there if you eat those boring cereals, sorry to say.
Card Kingdom, they're the fun parent.
You can check them out at cardkingdom.com/GLHF. Get yourself some stuff from Foundations. It's available and out now. If you want some singles from the set, get yourself a foily little cool single. If you're still thinking about that Duskmore and House of Horror Nightmare bundle, I'm still thinking about it every night before I go to bed. It's beautiful. If you want to get anything for your magical life, if you're buying some singles, if you're selling back your draft chaff and getting a sword trade-in bonus, they're going to send you everything in one package. So it's all very neat and easy, coming to your door in one fell swoop.
Thank you as well to our sponsor, Dragon Shield. We have boxes of their new anniversary special edition red gold matte dual sleeve. It's a lot of words to say it's a sick sleeve, you guys.
I was talking about these on the show the other week, and I was like, oh man, I hope they send us some. So what I did,
we asked them.
I said, please send me some, and
they're
here
so
they are.
nice. I mean, another reason to shop at Dragon Shield, in addition to the fact that these sleeves are so sick. Okay, look, they're like this beautiful.
Look at that.
They're this like beautiful red on the back.
Get a close up of this, Jim.
And then on the inside, oops. And then on the inside, they're gold, and you see it. We put a card in a frame, and we put a card in it here.
Yeah.
So you can see it looks so good.
It's beautiful, but you have the lovely back of the, which is kind of a slight sheen and a texture, like a good playing card.
Yeah.
And the inside has the gold border for your beautiful cards that deserve a gold border.
So beautiful. Make sure you use our link down in the show notes and use code GLHF for 5% off your order.
All right, draft kittens. We're going to talk about a draft with MTG Foundations. We were real hot and high on the set last week, coming out of the pre-release. I mean,
oh yeah,
I just think it's
those were the days when I was winning some.
Where you were smashing at that pre-release.
Remember that time?
Yeah.
What a long time ago it was.
I went 2-2, so I was, I was right in the middle of the road. But I think like the set has been designed very, very well, and I love all of the product that they're releasing around it, especially the starter collection. Everybody,
yes,
I will not stop talking about it. I think it's such a good deal.
We played some games. We played a game with some decks that we built from the starter collection. And it's so many cards.
Yep. It's like, how many? 300, more than 350.
Yes. It's a great cards. You get some great full art lands and some full art cards in there as well. And there's just like great synergies.
Yeah.
If you want to just sit down and play with someone like open up a freaking starter collection, man, and build yourself 2 decks. There are infinite possibilities in that box.
Yeah, go check out our video. It's on our YouTube page right now where I play a cat life gain deck and Megan plays a Gates deck. Built around Maze's End, which is very cool. And we are giving away a huge prize package of a starter collection, a Jumpstart booster box, a bundle, and a starter collection, or excuse me, a starter collection
the beginner
itself.
box.
And the beginner box. God, we're giving away everything.
It's
a huge deal.
It's a huge box.
So go over there and leave a comment under the video with your favorite moment. You can also go to our Blue Sky account. We're at GLHF Magic on Blue Sky, and repost, and follow or comment on that for an additional entry. We're getting a lot of action over there because I think people are like, hey, this is a sweet giveaway. And it is.
Yes. Oh, I also thought you were just going to mention Blue Sky is just like.
Yes, it's just better.
Ooh. It's just better.
Come be our friend over there,
goodness.
please. I feel like Magic has moved over there.
Magic has moved.
It's collectively made the decision. We're just like, we're out.
Do you know what? It's kind of amazing.
It is.
Right? I just want to talk briefly. We're going to make another aside this time, not about Triscuits.
well, I'll find a way to work it in.
All right. Maria promises that in the next moment while we're talking about this, she's going to find a way to work Triscuits into it. Mm-hmm. It's just wild to me that it did just happen. Right? It's like the collective mind.
I've been waiting for it to just happen.
Of Magic players was like, and now we switched.
And we're gone. Yep.
It's amazing. It's really cool.
It's very cool to see.
I want someone to tell me. I want a sociologist to go in and tell me what happened.
It would be fascinating.
Exactly. I want to study.
I will, for instance, I've still got muscle memory, so I'll open Twitter on my phone in the morning.
I never have opened Twitter in my life. I mean, that's not true. I obviously have, but I've never impulsively opened Twitter. It always has to be, I drag myself
to Twitter.
Yes.
But what I was going to say is that I opened it this morning and it was as dry as a Triscuit in there. There was no content that was worth looking at.
You got it.
But also it's true. There was nothing good. And I was like, never mind. I'm back over to Blue Sky. And
I think the thing that
was great.
That convinced me is that I was I just went over and I posted something randomly on Blue Sky because I noticed all of a sudden people were talking about, they're like, I'm kind of over there now. And I was like, this is enough people that maybe it's happening. And I went over and I posted something and it was that I'd also posted on Twitter the week before. And it was immediately 10 times the engagement that it had.
Absolutely.
I was people are actually here.
And we suggest you follow the Magic account on Blue Sky too, because they've been releasing some cool this is a neat feature of Blue Sky. They make little packs of people that you can follow. Yes.
Blue Sky has these things called starter packs that people can put together. And you can just go in and look through and it'll be this is a starter pack of MTG content creators. Yep. It's so helpful.
It's super great. You can refuel your followers pretty quickly. So Fire Shoes tweeted out one of content creators. That was huge, and that was very nice.
Yeah.
And then Magic did a huge one of their employees and their ambassadors. And other people, I think Vorthos Mike made one of Magic artists, which you can follow as well.
Yeah. What a just a handy thing for being hey, here's a group of people that you would probably like. They all have something in common.
Yep. And the reason we're talking about this is because Twitter for a long time was a huge part of Magic. It just was.
It was the only reason why I was still on Twitter is because it's where Magic players were. It's where people talked about Magic.
Yep.
And it was the
learned
place.
about Magic, found out when the bans were being posted. It was just it was an arm of our community, quite honestly. So
it was the marketplace of news.
So let's just, let's make it again, but in a better way with people
where you can block again.
Aren't bad.
Yes.
Don't run it. What am I saying? There's too many double negatives in the sentence.
Yeah. Where it is not run by the worst.
That's right. That's the way to put it. So come find us at GLHF Magic. I'm at Miss Maria Pants, same as Twitter over there.
I'm just Megan Wolf.
Yeah, come find us. Give us a follow.
Doxing myself.
Yeah. We're doxing so many people on this podcast today. Anyway, the point is Foundations. What a set.
What a set. I think someone in our Discord, shout out to our Discord, mentioned that they're I think that one of the things that has been challenging is that there's
Sorry, I just played some applause.
I could hear it.
Yay, Discord!
Yay, our Discord.
Go on.
Was like, there's just so many cards. And I was like, wow, you're right. I do, I have noticed that element of it specifically is that there's so many cards in the set that it feels like every pack that I look at, I'm like, what are these?
Are there more cards in this set than normal?
I don't even know how many cards are in Foundations. It does just feel like a lot.
It does. Let's find out. 292.
Wow, that's like a normal amount.
That's a normal amount.
Why does it feel like so many?
Well, maybe because we're recognizing some, but some are like, I mean,
New.
like, you know, there's going to be like, they have special guests in this set or whatever,
Well, that's
right?
true.
Like sometimes we're going to see something from Magic's past that'll be a fun little like super secret bonus that we're like, oh, you don't see it a lot because, you know, they're just not printed very often. So let's take start off on a wide view of the format. The first thing I'm going to talk about is the speed and win rate on the play for Foundations, which is
Hit me, Maria.
interesting.
What's it like?
Check it out. The game win rate on the play is 0.51% for being on the play, which is the closest.
That is the closest
to 50% that we've had in a pretty ding long time.
Wow.
As far as Premier Draft on Arena is considered.
That's sick.
Look how far over to the left that bad boy is.
Yeah.
So that's good. That's what we've been saying. We want more of a Magic.
We want more of it.
That to be more even. And the average number of turns per game for Foundations is about 8.9.
Okay.
So almost
That's about
9 turns,
average.
which is about where we've been recently, but notably is slightly slower, very slightly, but here we are, than Bloomburrow and Duskmorn.
All right.
So, you know, there's
that's
that.
impressive. Duskmorn felt like pretty, not slow, but like, right, Duskmorn, you got to do your thing.
Yeah. So that's good. I would say that's good news all
Yes.
around right there.
I would say in that tempo or like in that speed, you get to do your thing.
Yes. You can do the thing that you want to do.
You can do the thing you want to do.
So,
which is important to note in a set like this because it means like, oh, hey, do I have time to actually build some synergies?
yeah.
The answer should be yes.
And there's lots of cards to give you fun synergies in this set too.
Yes.
Which we've talked about.
Can I successfully build around any of them? No.
Well, let's talk about color pair first. That's
All
the
right.
first mystery that we're going to unlock here.
Yes.
What are the win rates based on color pair? The relatively good news here is that for the most part, it's fairly flat.
It is fairly flat.
With 2 outliers near the bottom, 3 outliers near the bottom.
Yes.
The best performing color pair is Azorius, white-blue.
That makes sense. I will say, win in a core set, just draft flyers.
Yep.
Sometimes you can just draft flyers. This set has a lot of flyers.
Just play flyers.
They're all just like, you know what? Get your 2/3 flyers, get your 3/3 flyers, get your 4/4 flyers.
Profit.
Put them in your deck.
This win rate is 57.2% at the time of this recording. And it is the Flyers archetype. So cards like Empyrean Eagle, like go off, child.
Yeah.
I mean,
But honestly, also just draft yourself some
it doesn't-
Sarah
it
Angels.
doesn't matter.
The number of games that I've won just because I had a Sarah Angel and they just couldn't do anything about it. Quite high.
what about Dazzling Angel? That's my number
Oh
one.
yeah, love a Dazzling Angel.
This is the 2/3 that you gain another life when another creature enters.
Honestly,
you control.
the 3/3 Angel that for 3 and a white,
Scry Angel?
you surveil when you gain life. Love
Vanguard
it.
Seraph.
Great angel,
Love
great
it.
flyer.
So yeah, Azorius, strong.
Just draft yourself some flyers.
I think the issue with it is that it's probably overdrafted at this point.
Yes.
So, of course, the beauty of draft is that it is self-correcting. And, you know, these numbers will shift over time because people will be like, ooh, too many people going in on this. I'm just ending up with a trash deck.
Yeah.
I don't have enough playables. But I feel like if I get white cards, I will have 7 wins. That's kind of how I feel.
White cards do seem very good.
So,
Banishing Light at common? Yes, please.
we'll get to the top 10 commons in a moment. But, like, yeah, you're not wrong. Coming in at second place is a very fun deck, which is Rakdos Black Red.
Oh.
Sacrifice.
Yeah. You know?
Sacrifice, snacrifice for Rakdos.
I will say, do you know what? I love casting a burglar rat.
Well, yeah.
Love casting a burglar rat.
And then killing that rat.
Hate being burglar ratted.
Oh, yeah.
Because you just know that they're going to do something else for value with it.
Yeah.
Right? Like that's the thing about a burglar rat is that you both get them to discard and then like you do something else with that rat.
You're going to sack that rat.
You like sack that rat somehow.
To eating something alive.
Exactly.
Or whatever.
There's just a bunch of different things that you can do with that rat afterwards. What a powerful rat.
Man, one time I like didn't block to kill a rat because I didn't want them to get it back from the graveyard.
Been there.
And eventually I was like, fine, Maria, you're just inventing that they're going to get it back from the graveyard.
They got it back
they
from
got
the
it
graveyard.
back.
Yeah, absolutely they did. Of course they did.
Of course they did.
Yep.
Good archetype. The signpost uncommon for Rakdos, I think is a
Burglar rat.
burglar rat. I think
just a common.
I think it's burglar rat.
It's just burglar rat.
It's that multicolored black-red friend. Let me find his name right here. I must say I do love this card, and I have first picked it in a draft because
Ooh,
I do love it
spicy.
so very, very much. What the heck is his name? I'm trying to find it. Anyway, he's a 3/2 and has the raid ability that if you attacked with a creature this turn,
Perforating artist,
that he will do either 3 damage to the opponent, force them to discard, or make them sacrifice a non-land
this
permanent.
card is quite good.
So, love this card.
Yeah.
And it's more oppressive than you might think.
It's
that
very good.
Triggering every turn because we attack in every turn. We Rakdos. Get out of here.
We Rakdos.
Coming in at number 3, we have Orzhov White-Black.
Ooh, do you know what I do? Orzhov, again, you get the white flyers and then you get the black life gain.
That's what it is. It's
Just
life
do
gain
it.
colors.
It's just life gain.
It's very strong.
And again, flyers. Just hit them with flyers.
Hit them with flyers, gain that life,
Drain
grow
that life.
your pride mate,
Oh, yeah.
you win.
Nice.
Chat asked me the biggest pride mate I've had, and by chat I mean Discord.
Yeah.
I'm 100 years old. And the answer was a 6/6, but I'm sure you all can beat that out there.
Oh, yeah. Here's your challenge.
Beat my 6/6.
Yeah.
I feel like you can do it with your hands tied behind your back. But Orzhov, I think, is my favorite color pair to be in if it's possible. The removal is just incredible.
Oh, it's so good.
And the life
Bake
gain.
into a pie.
Bake into a pie, excellent. Stab. Excellent.
I have yet to see a stab passed to me in draft.
Well,
because
yeah,
everyone takes
everybody
it.
wants them.
Everyone wants stab.
Everybody wants to be stabbed. Or
Everyone wants to
cast
do the stabbing.
I mean, it feels like you win the game when you, on turn 1 or whatever, turn 1 or turn 2, they play a creature and you stab it. I feel like you win the game. I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah.
Coming in at number 4 after Orzhov, which is at 56.4%, is Gruul, which is red-green at 56.2%.
Do you know what? I have not yet drafted Gruul.
Me either.
It feels a little weird in this one to me. It's the one that wants like stuff that's 4 power or greater.
Yes. So the little Red Riding Hood is the signpost uncommon. She's no joke if you have a 4-power creature in play.
That's true. Quite good.
But
also, whatever.
I don't quite understand how Gruul is so good with red and green cards. I mean, there's some good red cards.
Right? Like some amount of, right? It feels like green is maybe.
I don't feel like green is good, but I don't know.
No.
We'll find out in a minute, but.
Yeah. It's strange to me. I wonder if it's just going off of the power of making big old boys.
Could be.
Just make some big boys.
And then red burn spells, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe that's all you need.
Oh.
What was that, number 4?
Yeah.
Who's number 5? Gruul coming in at 56.2%.
Yeah, and then we've got, let's see, 55.9 Boros.
Yeah.
Oh, and Dimir. Boros and Dimir. Again, okay, Dimir is another one that I cannot quite get a grip on. It feels weird. Someone did it. Someone Dimir'd me real good the other day.
What were they doing?
They value. It's just value town. Mm-hmm. So much value. Incomprehensible amounts of value.
Ratting you?
They ratted me. Oh, yeah. Of course they ratted me. Another great place to rat someone.
These are both tied at 55.9%, and both have completely different play styles.
Yeah.
Which is interesting.
Boros, what you do is cast heroic reinforcements.
Correct.
What are you doing? Casting heroic reinforcements.
That's what you're doing.
Cast it.
Period. The end.
Yep.
Attack.
Step 1, cast heroic reinforcements.
Step 2, cast heroic reinforcements.
Step 3, profit.
You win.
Yeah.
But Dimir being at 55.9% and these two archetypes being so diametrically opposed is very interesting to me.
Yeah, it's pretty fascinating.
I think I heard Kenji Higashira, Numatanami, say Dimir was his favorite archetype to draft the other day.
Yeah.
So,
there's like some good threshold cards.
yes,
in here, surprisingly.
that's true.
And I do think that it's better than the last set that had threshold, right? There was another
agree.
set recently that had like some random threshold. It was Bloomborough.
Yeah.
The rats had threshold.
The random threshold deck.
And it was not that good. But in this, it actually is because there are way more threshold in it. Like every card that has threshold has a way to help you get there.
Absolutely. The 2/3 flyer. I love that one.
Yes.
What the heck is that card's name? We're still learning names.
Or are you
everybody,
still
okay?
the 2/2? I'm thinking of the like one
one are
blue
you
black
thinking of?
2/2 flyer.
Oh, okay.
That gets
yes.
+1/+1.
Yeah, that's.
But also when it enters or attacks, you draw and discard. Enters or attacks.
pretty good.
Pretty good.
I'm thinking of Billowing Shriek Mass. This is just a black card. 3 and a 4. 3
Sorry,
and a
I'm
4.
laughing at the name.
3 and Billowing Shriek Mass. Oh, you have to pick grossest card this episode, by the way.
Oh, wow. Okay.
YouTube comments reminded us.
Yes.
that
All right.
We are owed
Thank
it.
you.
But Billowing Shriek Mass 3 and a black for a 2/3 flyer. When this creature enters, mill 3 cards, and with threshold, which is 7 or more cards in your graveyard, this creature gets +2/+1 as long as there are 7 more cards in your graveyard. Yeah, so I love that card. It's an uncommon, so that's pretty good.
Yeah.
And that is Dimir and Boros tied at 55.9%. So this is where we're sort of starting the cutoff, where we go down now to the colors that are not as strong. First up would be Celestia at 54.1%. That's green-white.
Yep.
Similar to green, red, and away. For me personally, I don't really know what this color pair is doing.
Like, what is it doing?
Their signpost uncommon is an enchantment that gives you creatures +1/+1, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay.
I'm like, okay. Exactly.
Sure.
That's kind of how I feel about it.
I feel like if
It's
you're
like,
winning with Celestia, you're just
It
doing
kind
the
of
life
wants
gain
the
angels
+1/+1 counters.
Yeah.
I think it's like what it wants, but
Yeah.
it's weird. I don't
Okay.
know.
It's like whatever.
It's the one, right? Like, I think it has stuff that's like, oh, if it's got counters on it, cool.
Cool. Yeah, there's a card that gives first strike to things with counters on them.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. The white
white
common.
Knight. The
Yeah.
white knight. That's Celestia, 54.1%. And then after that is our steepest drop off, but I'm going to start it with Celestia. And then we cascade into the bottom of the barrel with Simic, green-blue at 52.9%, Izzet, blue-red at 52.5%, and Golgari holding out the bottom here.
Wow.
Black-green at 52.3%.
That's so rough.
Which is so interesting because I feel like when a color is so strong like black is, as far as removal is concerned in this set, it usually like props up almost everything else in that color.
Nah.
Not in this case.
Green seems like it's having a rough time.
Yeah, I agree.
Which, is too bad because we have both cast a Galta for green,
You sure have. It's a good luck high five challenge.
which was a really good time.
I challenged our Tyler to cast it for single green. He has yet to do that.
Well,
So-
that one's going to be a little harder.
Well,
but
we'll see.
all right.
I feel like he can pull it off.
But
and if
right,
he
like,
doesn't,
it's
I'm
just kind of-
disappointed.
It's just like what? It's just like big dum-dums.
Yeah. I mean, that's what
They don't
Galta
do enough.
is, really.
Galta is just big dum-dum.
Yeah, so I'm not quite sure what
Sorry,
green steel
Galta.
is.
Respect on your name.
Yeah, put some respect on Galta's name over here. But let's dig a little bit deeper into this quandary here by looking at the top cards at common as far as game in hand win rate is concerned on 17 lands, which means when you have this card in your hand, what is your likelihood that you will win the entire game? And I think this gives us a lot of clues as to why what is good, what is good. Okay.
Yeah, why what is good is good.
Is good. Starting off with coming in at number 1, 59% game in hand win rate for this little common, which is bake into a pie. 2 black for an instant, destroy target creature, create a food token. That is shocking. Not because it's a good card, but
Yeah.
when was the last freaking time a 4-mana kill spell was in our top 10? It's been a long time.
It's been a long time.
Especially
It's been a
with 2 black
long time.
pips in
But
the
you know
casting
what?
cost?
That's a core set, baby.
That's a core set for you.
It's didn't speed kill spell A-okay.
That's a good point. Great point. Bake into a pie, number
Yeah.
1. For a while, this one coming in at number 2 was beating it, which is stab.
There, you gotta stab.
Stab. Target creature gets -2/-2 until end of turn. Instant speed, single black mana.
Stab. You gotta stab.
I mean, normally this card is a sorcery.
Stab.
Or an enchantment. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that's
here we are.
But here it is. Instant. It's great.
Coming in third, we have that angel you love so much. Dazzling Angel. 2 and a white for a 2/3 flying. Whenever another creature you control enters, you gain 1 life. It's just good.
It's just so good.
You attack them in the air for 2, and then also you gain life so the race isn't happening.
Yeah. That card's fabulous.
Yeah.
Burst Lightning coming in at number 4. So here is the red card. Maybe
this is why Gruul is good?
Yes, that's what I was going to say. Like, this is the one reason Gruul is good. It has Burst Lightning.
Okay.
There, I said it.
All right.
This is a single red instant reprint. Kicker, 4. Burst Lightning deals 2 damage to any target. If the spell was kicked, it deals 4 damage instead.
Okay.
Anytime Burst Lightning is in a set, it's a good card. It's wonderful, flexible, kills whatever you want.
Or your opponent sometimes.
Or your opponent. Yes, that's a great point.
Maria, have you been Hidetsugu'd?
I have not, actually.
I have been now.
Oh, have you?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
It's the one this is a mythic?
No.
It's a rare? What is it?
No, I think it's even just an uncommon.
Wow, okay. It's the one where if target player has exactly 10 life, it deals 10 damage to them.
It's beautiful.
It's very fun.
Beautiful card.
By fun I mean sucks big time, but whatever.
It's not on our list. Not on our list, but
no, not on our list. I just thought of it randomly, because I did get killed with it, and I was like, oh,
that's what that feels like.
All right,
interesting. Coming in at number 5 is a very good boy.
I love this card, Helpful Hunter. This is the 1 and a white 1/1 cat. When this creature enters, draw a card.
Beautiful.
Perfect. It's perfect in every way.
We love this cat.
Let me tell you, you think casting stab feels like winning. I think casting this card feels like winning. It's like 2 mana, here's my 1/1 draw card.
I feel like I can't remember there's some draft I had the other day where there was like uncommons and rares and whatever. And I was like, I think I just want this cat.
It's great. It's so good.
So good. Coming in at number 6, our first blue card, which is Refute. 1 blue for an instant, counter target spell, draw a card, then discard a card.
When was the last time any kind of counterspell was in the top 10 commons?
Yeah. I mean, it's been a hot minute. Certainly not one that costs 1 blue.
Absolutely
Maybe
not.
like an essence scatter or whatever. But this is wild to me. And it's really, really good. Have we gotten this effect at 1 blue with draw and discard?
No.
On top of the
counter spells, they're better now.
Like, this is just straight up better.
Yeah, it's good.
It's a better cancel.
Yeah.
Card's really, really good.
Coming up next is Banishing Light.
There it is.
I mean, wow. This card used to be uncommon.
Number 7.
2 and a white for an enchantment. When this enchantment enters, exile target non-land permanent an opponent controls until this enchantment leaves the battlefield. It's quite good.
Gets anything.
What else are you going to say about it? It good.
We have another removal spell at number 8. Luminous Rebuke.
Oh, I do like this card. 4 and a white for an instant. This spell costs 3 less to cast. If it targets a tapped creature, destroy target creature.
Yeah.
I mean, most of the time you want to cast it for 1 white. I will say casting it for 4 and a white feels bad.
What would you mean 2 and a white?
No, it's costs 3 less to cast.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Oh, it only costs 2.
Casting it for 5 feels bad. Casting it for 1 and a white feels great.
Wow, shows how many times I've cast this for 1 and a white. Good grief. Coming in at number 9, another white card, Felidar Savior.
Oh, love this card.
Very good.
This is the one that, right, it's like, oh, you want counters.
Yeah,
I guess in green white, but also just put this in any deck.
It doesn't matter because it's good in everything.
It's good.
3 and a white for a 2/3 cat beast. Lifelink. Just going to put that out there. When this creature enters, put a +1/+1 counter on each of up to 2 other target creatures you control.
Great.
Yeah.
So good.
Great. Good kitty.
Yeah. And last, rounding out the top 10 is Big Fin Bouncer.
Yep.
This is 10, right?
This is 10.
Okay. Big Fin Bouncer. 3 and a blue for a 3/2 Shark Pirate. When this creature enters, return target creature and opponent controls to its owner's hand.
Great.
Just get some classic tempo in there.
Classic tempo.
Yeah. What else are you going to
do? We have no green represented in our top 10.
Nope.
Here on this list.
Wow. How much farther? Okay. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Still not there. 16, 17.
Wow.
18, 19, 20. Is there just no 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25?
Llanowar Elves.
Llanowar Elves.
That's very funny.
Coming in at 25th. It's Llanowar Elves.
Wow. Okay, Green, you're having a hard day
now I
at the
know why I've
office.
been losing. I have been drafting green sometimes. My bad.
Yeah, it doesn't seem great.
No.
We have mostly white cards in our top 10 list, followed by black, 1 red card, which whatever, it's Burst Lightning, and 2 blue cards.
Wow. All right. There you go.
Yeah.
That says what you need to say.
Yep. So just think about that when you are drafting. And those little commons you're going to see more often than anything else. So prioritize those top 10. You will have more success in your drafts. What do you think the best card is overall, regardless of rarity or color?
Wow. Okay. The best card. Ooh, this is so hard. Liliana.
You're correct.
Yeah. I mean, that Planeswalker is one of that card is so busted.
4
It's
black,
so
black
good.
for that 6 loyalty planeswalker who can just make zombies and
It kills
sacrifice stuff.
You draw cards when your creatures die. That card is so good.
So good. She's a 64.2% game in hand win rate.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I imagine that the other times are when you simply didn't get to cast her.
Yes, probably.
If you cast her, you win. If you didn't get to cast her, no.
I had Kaido in a draft the other day.
Ooh.
This was in my 7-win draft, which was blue-white. Go figure. And one opponent just scooped immediately when I played Kaido because that card, it's really great. You get to make your little ninjas.
Yeah.
When you connect, you just get the counters on him. So it feels like even if they attack him, they're like, what am I even doing? You're just going to get so much more loyalty on this card. You get to draw and discard with Kaido. And I finally was able to ultimate him, which whenever anybody casts a spell, you get a ninja. So it's pretty sick.
I beat Kato during the pre-release by just attacking my opponent.
Yeah, right, exactly.
I was just like,
You're never going to kill
they
him.
were more control and I was more aggro like in that particular matchup.
Yeah.
And so I eventually lost to him game 1 and then games 2 and 3, they got him out both times, but they were at a low enough life total that I was like, I'm just going to literally ignore this and just attack your face.
Absolutely. So I don't know. Is there anything in here that is a surprise to you that we've talked about so far today?
I mean, I think I was getting the vibe that green was struggling, but let me tell you, I did not think it was doing this poorly. It is quite bad.
Yeah, so Gruul being the best performing of these color pairs is, I think, on the back of Burst Lightning. And I don't know, maybe you've got an affectionate Indrik in there too.
It's rough though, man.
Kind of rough.
I do love an affectionate Indrik. That card is great.
It's a great card, but I don't know, too slow, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm just gaining 1 million left with my 2/3 flyer for 3, and you're going to wait till 6 to play this 4/4?
I don't think so.
I don't know if it's good enough.
Nah.
But overall, I've been having a lot of fun actually playing Foundations. It feels more fun than a normal core set to me. I'm not a huge
has been
core
a really
set
good
fan,
time.
So
despite the fact that I have been really stinking it up.
I think there's got to be an Arena Open this weekend. What do you think? Okay, so the next Arena Open is going to be November 30th and December 1st. So day 1 on the 30th, that's going to be Foundation Sealed. You can either play best of 1 or best of 3. And if you make it into day 2, that's best of 3 Foundations Draft on December 1st. So if you're full of tryptophan from all of your Thanksgiving leftovers, you can play in the Arena Open after Thanksgiving weekend. Coming up this weekend, though, is something pretty exciting. It's going to be Arena Direct, which is where you can win actual physical booster boxes of Foundations if you do well enough in the event. It's running the 22nd through the 24th. You're going to play Foundation Sealed best of 1 matches. If you get 6 wins, you'll have 2 Foundations play boosters delivered to your door. Physical real life cards, which is pretty cool. One other new Arena thing I want to pop in and say too here is you can also now in Arena buy the Magic World Championship 30 pre-constructed decks. So these were the top 6 decks in the tournament, and you can go onto Arena and just buy those decks already made up for you if you want to try playing them in Standard. So you're going to get Dimir midrange, Golgari midrange, Mono Red aggro, Golgari ramp, and Gruul prowess decks. And the prices for the decks, which is kind of cool, they're going to be prorated based on cards you already have in your collection. So you're not buying cards that you don't already have. Okay, that's all I wanted to tell you about arena events coming up. Back to the show. Everyone, get into those draft queues. If you have success, head over to our Discord. We have a draft tab for you to post your decks, winning or not. We always love to see them over in the hashtag draft channel in our Discord server. Why are you looking at this card?
Why do you think?
Megan's looking at Sire of Seven Deaths.
I'm trying to find the grossest card. It might be this guy. There's some skulls embedded in him.
This is a great card.
This is gross. This is a bad time.
Do you all know about this card? Why it's cool? Sire of Seven Deaths. I mean, obviously it's good.
Why it's cool.
Why? Do you know why this card is cool?
Yeah, tell me about why this card is cool.
Okay, so this is designed by Carmen Complarens over at Wizards of the Coast. It is 7 mana for a 7/7 creature, Eldrazi. This is a mythic with first strike, vigilance, menace, trample, reach, lifelink, ward, pay 7 life.
Which is 7 abilities.
7 abilities. There's
Cute.
7 letters in the word Eldrazi.
Oh.
There's 7 arms. There's 7 heads.
Its flavor text is 14 words or 7 and 7.
7. See, I knew there was another 7.
There you go.
Yeah. Cool. I love when they do stuff like that.
That's a contender for grossest card.
We'll put it in the basket.
I'm putting it in there, but I think, and you know, like this is gonna be, I feel like this one's gonna be a controversial one this time around. But I mean, I just think it's gonna be like it's too classically gross. But like the size of Treetop Snare Spinner. This spider is grossing me out.
It's as big as a bird.
It's as big as a bird. It's as big as a bird, and it's like its colors say stay away, and I would like to stay away, and it has enormous pinchers. Treetop Snare Spinner is grossest card. Yeah, it's a very core set grossest card, right? It's a very straightforward gross thing. It's a spider.
And it's just big.
It's big. It's a big spider.
That card is awesome, by the way. I don't know if anything was keeping green holding on by its bare life. It was this card.
Yeah, but
card is good. But it can't do it all alone.
Do it all alone. Nope.
Thank you, everyone, for hanging out with us this week and being the little birds that pick out our teeth.
Oh, boy.
As we learned about Foundations Draft.
Yeah.
We are so appreciative of everybody who hangs out with us every single week. Thank you to our patrons, to Matt and to Rick for being our patrons, Rick for being our patron for 10 years. You can join them, get awesome benefits, and support the content that hopefully you love over on patreon.com/GLHF Magic. Shout outs to Card Kingdom. Shout out to Dragon Shield for these great sleeves.
Go get these great sleeves. Remember to use our link down in the show notes, please.
Use code GLHF at checkout for 5% off.
Just go enjoy these beautiful sleeves.
They're so cool. I'm excited to play my next pre-release with these.
Mm-hmm.
Check it out. Next week, we're going to have a flavor text theater movie pitches from Foundations. So you don't want to miss that.
Don't miss it.
Especially if you're a studio executive. We have yet to receive the call, but there's still time.
Always time. There's always time.
Thanks for listening, friends. We'll see you next week.